Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today is going to be my to pull or not to pull video for Yuffie. I'm going to be checking out her banner, her costume, her weapon, everything here, giving you guys my overall thoughts on everything, who I think should pull, who I think should not. And so that being said, let's jump into it and check it out. All right, so let's go over here to her banner. The first thing I want to check out, as is my wont, is the actual animation, which I have not yet seen. That's actually pretty damn cool. I like that a lot. I want to watch it one more time. This one's actually really cool. Hell yeah, that's super sick. Kind of has like her from Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, like the ninjutsu vibe going on right there. I really like that a lot. All right, so let's go in and actually before we do that, let's actually take a look at the costume itself. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is probably my favorite Yuffie costume in the game, even more than her Bahamut one. And the reason why is because it's just so freaking cute. I mean, just look at that little Nanaki right there. It's so freaking cool. I love the fact that he's just chilling on there. He's got his little flame tail going on, and she's just absolutely amped on life. I really like her, I don't know what you would call them, I guess like arm guards, or because it doesn't really look like it's a part of her costume. I want to say gauntlets. I know they're not gauntlets. I'm going to say like leather arm wraps or something like that. They look super sick. I like the black on the bronze right there. It looks really freaking cool. I like her mantle, the freaking Nanaki red mohawk going on, and like the X'd out eyes. I think it just looks freaking cool. I like the little leather corset right here, and the skirt, the colors, the matching boots to the arm guards right there. Like, guys, she looks great, guys. She looks really freaking good. All right, so, ooh, and there's also the little earring right there. Heck yeah, that's freaking awesome. So, 10 out of 10 costume, in my opinion, guys, aesthetically wise, all right? Now, let's go in and let's take a look at the actual stuff right here. All right, now where can we actually look at the costume? I don't see it right there. I don't see it right there. There's got to be somewhere I could look at the freaking costume. That's kind of strange. All right, well, I do believe that it is a Eerie Mask first R ability, which boosts HP and magic defense, which is the same as Vincent and Kate Sitz on the last one, which honestly, as a first R ability on any costume, it's definitely pretty solid. I wish I could actually find the costume here so that we could see the specs on it. And then I know the second R ability is definitely going to be Ice Blade Arcanum. All right, so let's take a second and look at the weapon right here. All right, so base 5-star, 285 magic attack. All right, it deals 520% magic ice damage against a single enemy. Also, when debuffs are granted to the target, it deals 1.2 times damage. All right, which is pretty cool. I've said before in the past that I think debuffs are the best one, but after having several conversations with several of you all out there, you have convinced me that actually buffs are the better one to have. So debuff is still good, but I think buff in general is probably the best, just because we almost always have buffs running in the game at this point in time in the game. But still, it's going to be super solid here, guys, when this is maxed out. Our abilities at base 5-star, magic attack at 30, ice potency at 12, and for the support abilities, we have magic attack boost in the first slot and the second slot, and then a circle sigil boost down here on the bottom. All right, now let's take a look at this weapon at OB6. I'm guessing at OB1, this is going to go to 620% magic ice damage. It typically jumps up around 100 when you take it from base 5-star to OB1. All right. Now, if we look at this at OB6 right here, all right, it's going to have 627 magic attack, which is pretty dang good for OB6. It's also going to deal 780% magic ice damage against a single enemy. Also, when debuff is granted to the target, it'll deal 1.2 times damage, so 20% of that. So 10% is 78 times 2 is about 136. Added to that is going to be basically 140 plus 780, which is going to be about 920, right? So this is going to deal roughly 916% magic ice damage at OB6, which is pretty dang good when you compare it to Sephiroth's Edged Wings, or you look at Cloud's Stream Saber, right? Also strong, but this is definitely the now best magic ice weapon in the game, hands down, guys. Now, the R abilities at OB6 boost magic attack to 40 and ice potency to 27. I'm guessing this is going to go 4639 at OB10. All right, so there you go, 4639 at OB10. So if you guys remember from Vincent's to pull or not to pull video, his I believe were like 3139 or something like that. So definitely better R abilities on this weapon. All in all, I think that this is a really solid weapon. Now, the question is, because most people, I would say, have Sephiroth's Edged Wings, right? So let's go take a look at Sephiroth's Edged Wings just to remember exactly how strong that one is. So let's go down here, character, sort by Sephiroth. All right, there we go. And the Edged Wings is right here. So at OB10 level 120, it will deal 800% magic ice damage against a single enemy. It has the same R abilities, 4639. Okay, now if we go back and we take a look at this weapon, all right, and we take it all the way to OB10, all right, so 20% of 940 is 94 by 2, let's just say 200%, so essentially dealing over 1100% damage, which is over a 300% increase on Sephiroth's Edged Wings. Now, Sephiroth's Edged Wings is enough to clear the brutal B30 in the tower right now. Several people have done it. So it's definitely held its own for a very, very, very long time. Whether it will continue to hold its own, I mean, it's only a matter of time until that weapon falls off. But I would say the same thing that I said with Vincent, guys. If you guys are lacking an OB6 or even OB5 plus ice magic character, this is definitely a good one to go for. If you love Yuffie, if you love this costume, I think it's really cool. Now, I have Sephiroth, I have his Arcanum, I have it at OB10. So for me, I'm definitely going to hold off. I feel like we were supposed to get information on First Soldier today on October 9th. That was supposed to be the day we get more info. Literally the #1 thing on their roadmap, the first thing that was on the roadmap was disregarded. So my feeling is that it wasn't ready for release, right? And so it got staggered. It got pushed back. Yuffie filled in the day that is today. And I'm guessing we're going to get some info in the next week. So personally, for me, I'm going to be waiting to see what is coming. Obviously, this banner is up until October 31st, same as Vincent's. So we have time. There's no rush. Obviously, this is going to do absolutely fantastic in the new battle ranking. But that's not to say that Sephiroth can't hold his own as well. And I believe the Red Dragon can be fought with physical weapons, so it's not like we really need this anyway, although I could be wrong. Now, for those of you guys that are struggling on the Brutal B30 Tower, I don't really think that going for... I'm not sure that Yuffie can really replace Sephiroth, as he has the Kuja Spirit Blade, right? Which is what a lot of people are running as the secondary weapon. I don't know if Yuffie can hit the HP thresholds for what you need for that fight, so I'm not sure at first glance if this weapon is really going to solidify her for taking down that content. And I also don't believe that really we should be pulling banners just to clear one single fight in the game. So for me, I've already put about 10 hours into the fight, but if I don't clear it, it is what it is. I tried my best, and I will continue to do my best until it goes down. So I would say that if you guys are lacking of a ice magic DPS character, if you don't have an Arcanum for one, you know, this is definitely a solid one to go for. You know, it's unfortunate that it's magic, since her last Arcanum was since her anniversary weapon was physical, but it is what it is. You can't have the best of all worlds. Now, I wish I could find her freaking costume here. These tickets are fun, but it makes it so much harder for me to figure out where the costumes are. So I think what I can do is actually just go back to the notices right here, and we'll take a quick look at the costume. If I go down, it should be right here. All right. Unfortunately, it doesn't show the actual stats here. for the HP and magic defense. But honestly, the costume is super solid, guys. This is a big step up, definitely, from Sephiroth's original Arcanum. So this is a huge upgrade in every regard. So for those of you guys that do have OB10 Sephiroth and have the extra crystals, I think this is definitely going to serve you well in the future. But like I said, for me, I'm just going to be doing what I normally do, slowly waiting, saving my crystals, and just kind of making delicate decisions over time in the game. So that being said, guys, I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. I wish you guys the best of luck for all of you guys that are pulling out there. For those of you guys that are withholding, like myself, I wish you guys strength in your discipline. And that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.